Bend your knees, bend your knees. Be very careful with bend your knees. That's right up there with keep your back elbow up or head down on the ball. And we'll explain why those are the three worst things that you can ever tell someone you care for. If you want to screw a kid up, keep saying that. But bend your knees becomes a problem when you start bending and bending and bending, and that little kid is all of a sudden now, we call it sitting on the potty, okay? They're down over here. The guys over here can see the problem here. Where's all my weight? Where's all my weight? All my weight's on my heels. I'm going to be in trouble because at some point, if you're going to really teach hitting, or if your son or daughter is going to be a good hitter, on contact, that foot has to be slammed shut. You're going to have to make sure when you're watching your son or daughter swing, that front foot has to be in this position right here. It's the only way in which the back side of their body is going to have enough strength to do what? To put all that strength on the plate. This foot opens up. This foot opens up where this knee flexes. You've got all that strength in the legs going where? Into foul territory. So at some point, you need to watch that, okay? Teaching term we use, that's called CSA, right? CSA is closed stride angle, right? So when you're watching your son, and this gets back to, or your daughter, and she swings, and you're a fan, and her front foot open, and you're wondering, man, she grounded out the shortstop again, son of a gun. Well, that's great, but you didn't figure out why that happened, okay? Had you stayed on the swing a split second longer, you would have seen the front foot open up, right? And once the front foot open up, you'll have the hands kind of almost smother the ball. And when we smother an oncoming ball, what typically happens? You're going to get a ground ball most of the time, okay? So if we can stay with the setup, right? If you can take one back, this is my favorite one of all time. Not of all time, but I like this one the best. Knob of the bat pointing behind me to the catcher's knee, right? It's a great teaching cue to get them to understand that my hands have to be back and they have to be loaded, and I'm not going to be kind of in the middle of my body. So, Coach, if I can borrow you for a second, you're the catcher. And you need to do this with all your players. If you're going to use this as a teaching cue, right? Once they're in and they now for the first time understand about measuring up both north and south and east and west, okay, great. You just grip check them out, terrific. Now you're going to take the knob of the bat, right? And I'm going to take the left knee, and I'm just going to take the knob of my bat, and I'm right here, okay? Wow. You get all your hitters to look like this in the beginning of the swing, you're going to be in great shape. And if they need another teaching cue, just let them understand if they look behind them, their hands should be pretty much lined up on their back shoelace, okay? Nope, way too close, right? Kind of wrapping the bat, knob pointing to the catcher's knee. Let me just kind of look down to see if my hands are back. And there it is. I'm lined off my back shoelace.